Right, so this one, Antonia, is for lovers of useful idiots.
Useful idiots. I mean, I hate useful idiots, but if you love them, this book's for you.
Yeah.
Jason Burke, he is a long-standing foreign correspondent. He works for The Guardian. He's written this book, The Revolutionists, and it is fantastic. It's got loads of love this year, and it's all deserved. It's a big doorstepper of a book. So if you need something to hold the Christmas tree down, it might also help. It's about revolutionaries in the 1970s.
Okay.
So 2 strands of revolutionaries, the leftist ones, who I guess.
So what, Red Brigades?
Yeah.
Baader-Meinhof, that sort of
all
thing.
those kind of dudes.
Yeah.
The useful idiots, right?
Yeah,
the Marxists who don't understand that their utopia is a hellish hellscape. Even though...
Lay those cards on the table, Senior.
Well, it's not like the 30s. The evidence,
Yeah.
if you want to find it, that communism is a recipe for starvation, misery, and torture. I mean, it's pretty prolific. You don't have to look very hard.
That's very
right?
true.
So anyway,
there are no excuses.
Anyway, these lovely, glamorous, young utopian children who ought to have known better go off to fight their wars by hijacking planes and being, complete bellends. But I am...
You're paraphrasing.
And then the other strand in the book is the Islamic terrorism, the rise of Islamic terrorism, which is all very Palestinian themed.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning of the 1970s is a largely secular Marxist kind of.
So coming from a similar place, actually.
Yeah. So and Jason sets out to try and look at the question of why at the beginning of the 70s, leftist terrorism is kind of quite a big deal, and Islamic terrorism is kind of quite secular. And by the end of that decade, left-wing terrorism has largely sort of fizzled out. And Islamic terrorism.
Yeah, it's changed, right? I mean, because you've got suicide. First suicide bombing is what, 82, is it? The one against the Americans. So that it's changed.
Yeah, so it changes.
It's tenor.
So it becomes A, much more infused with religion, and B, much more deadly, really, and much more willing to kill as many people as possible, and much more violent. And then that's
the sort of world we're still in effect. In that same
effectively.
mode,
and
right?
he's written a previous book about Al Qaeda, so he really knows
he knows the stuff.
He knows the stuff. He knows his people. He knows the stories, and he tells this story of the terrorism through various people, including the kind of ones who are picked up and made sort of glamorous by the press, and Carlos the Jackal's in there, and various people, and there's some funny stuff in there too about like the way that the kind of the leftist terrorists and the Islamic ones, are sort of on the same side until they're in the same room, and then they don't necessarily get on that well.
Sounds a bit like your party.
Yeah, exactly. Right. For clarity, the political party, your party, not some terrible party that you've had at my house where everybody stands on opposite sides of the room hating each other. And so for example, he talks about the jihadi training camps where the left-wing students turn up like in their massive flares, drinking beer and having sex with each other, and the Islamic Marxists like,
this isn't how it works.
This is not the revolution we're looking for. You're in the wrong shop.
Brilliant.
So he's fantastic on all of that, and so much colour.
It must be. I mean, for all the horror, it must be inherently quite comedic, I imagine.
Well, I found it quite funny. I mean, the moment where radical left-wing terrorists are confronted by the absurdity of their own position is always comedic to me, Roger. But not sure that was necessarily what Jason was aiming for, but I found it very funny in places.
Yes, right. Fair enough.
So but it was very good. Very, very good.
Good. So for lovers of useful idiots, it's The Revolutionists by Jason Burke.
Brilliant book.